morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always, told out of Voice of Radio. So today we need to talk about a bunch of stuff that's happening in the Pokemon TCG, grab together a few different news stories that are going on, and let's start off with the Pokemon Card Lounge in Shibuya. Now, I love the Pokemon Card Lounge in Shibuya for several reasons. Firstly, it's amazing. Secondly, the last time I went there, they just randomly had 151 in stock. And they were like, oh, you can buy 2 boxes of 151, but we're sorry, we have to just give you the packs. You don't get them in a sealed box. Oh no, that was it. That was the worst thing about the Pokemon Card Lounge in Shibuya. It's amazing. The thing is, there is more going on there than just your usual stuff. And that means we need to have a little bit of a chat about it. They're actually celebrating their anniversary, which is kind of cool. They are celebrating their, I want to say, first anniversary, which sounds wrong. But I'm going to show you some posters in a minute that say first anniversary, so I don't know, maybe it is. And it definitely is. Why would they be lying about this? But hey, if you go around during the anniversary, you can go and pick up a divider, a shiny divider, with your favorite energy. And just to be clear, they've included fairy energy, which means fairy Pokemon are coming back. This is confirmation. Is obviously not true, just to be clear. That was definitely a joke. Fairy Pokemon are not coming back. Alright? I'm sure somebody somewhere has actually made that prediction to try and get people to believe it. No. They just have given all the energy. Like Dragon is there. They've just put all the type symbols on there. No fairy Pokemon are not coming back, but it would be weird if they left it out at this point. So you basically go along, you get a card divider for your deck box with lots of sparkles and your favorite energy symbol. Right now, I want everyone to go to the comment section and tell me what your favorite energy symbol is, what type you normally play. For me, it's fighting. I don't know why, but for pretty much the entire time I've been playing the Pokemon TCG, I've been drawn to fighting decks, and I've now learned not to fight it. Did not even mean to do that. I just accept it. Love me some fighting decks. So this is cool. I would like to get a bunch of them, but there's other stuff going on at the Shibuya Card Lounge. For instance, there is going to be an interactive exhibit. And take a look at this picture. And you can kind of figure out what's going on. And then take a look at this picture. And then you can kind of figure out what's going on. And then take a look at this picture. And I'm going to be honest with you, by now I think you should have got it. Basically, what they're doing is they are having everyone who wants to come and stick a card up for every Pokemon. Now, it's only 1 card put up per person per day, which is fine. But you basically go along and you fill in the gaps. Now, I checked. Porygon has gone and been filled in. It's the new Team Rocket's Porygon. It's fine. I think we could have done better, but it's okay. Having a bit of a look at Mamoswine. It hasn't actually been filled in yet. No one's put up a Mamoswine, which is surprising given that we just had Mamoswine EX revealed recently, or released recently, and it's actually kind of good and playable. So normally, like we got the Team Rocket's Porygon popping in there, I would kind of expect that to happen where Pokemon that have had recent prints, people would have them lying around and would want to go and pop them up there. I really sincerely hope somebody goes and puts a new full art Mamoswine up there. That would make me happy. The regular EX is fine, but I just don't think it's good enough. I want the full art going up there. That would make me very, very happy. It is worth pointing out that every Mamoswine is amazing, but I think Triumphant Mamoswine gets the win here. I think that's the one that should be put up there. But we're talking back in the Heart Gold Soul Silver era. I think somebody's going to put a different Mamoswine up there. Could I get on a plane right now and go and put that Mamoswine up there before somebody else does? Honestly, maybe not. Somebody might put it up there before me. And also, that does feel like an awful lot of effort. But this is such a cool thing to do. You may have, I don't know how many of you have been able to visit Pokemon offices, but if you visit Pokemon offices, they actually have uncut sheets printed, this is true, of basically every Pokemon in a row up to a certain level for however they've done it. I don't think it's completely up to date. But the point is, they've got this at Pokemon offices, but it's selected by the company and printed off in uncut sheets. This is a community effort, and I think this is a ridiculously cool idea. But there is one more thing I need to tell you about the Pokemon Card Lounge in Shibuya, and that is that if you want somewhere to watch the upcoming Aichi Champions League, and you haven't figured out where to watch the upcoming Aichi Champions League, you can actually watch it at the Card Lounge in Shibuya. They're having a watch party, which is kind of awesome. And there's nothing actually that special going on. Essentially, you can go to the Card Lounge, and you can play games like normal, and take advantage of the food and drink like normal, the snacks that are there. That's it. Other than that, they're just showing it in the Card Lounge. But I still think this is a particularly cool thing to do. I love that they're doing this. And I don't know if we're ever getting a Card Lounge in the West, but I'm just saying, you look at some of the cool stuff they're doing here, I cannot be the only one that's getting a little bit jealous and hoping that we get a similar kind of thing going on here in the not-too-distant future. So that's all the stuff that's going on at the Card Lounge in Shibuya. It's not the only thing that's going on in terms of the Pokemon TCG. Like, for instance, we got some Mimikyu stuff. This is going on over in China. They are starting their Scarlet and Violet era. And they've got the Arcanine set. Remember I showed you the other day how we're going to be getting that special illustration rare Arcanine that doesn't actually exist anywhere else, but apparently does exist over in China? Yeah, that. Well, the good news is they're getting a bunch of cool Mimikyu stuff coming in at the same time as well, which is honestly kind of awesome. And as far as I am aware, and I'm pretty sure about this one, I don't think this was ever released anywhere else. Like, I don't think this exists as a Japanese thing or a Western thing. I believe all of this merch is new. We did get the terrible Mimikyu Ultra Pro stuff a little while ago. Yay. But I don't think anyone's getting too excited about that. This is quite a lot cooler. And honestly, a lot of the big deal here is we got exclusive artwork. We've actually got unique artwork which has been commissioned for these products, and that sounds kind of cool. So we have a set of 64 sleeves with Mimikyu looking in the mirror, and it's all looking a little bit spooky, which is cool. We've got a deck box of Mimikyu looking in the mirror, and it's all looking a little bit spooky. We've got a playmat of Mimikyu looking in the mirror, but it's all a little bit spooky. Not Stitched Edge, though, and I'm sorry, I think we got onto the point. Can we all just agree that Stitched Edge playmats are just better? I think we can. I'm a big fan. And then we've got what is machine translated as the Pokemon Collectible Card Book, but basically it's a binder that can store 192 cards, all of which is being made available over in China to celebrate the release of Scarlet and Violet. Do remember, of course, that we did have the Mimikyu from Scarlet and Violet. So, yeah, although we had it as a promo, actually. We had it in the deck. But it's in the, early realm of that set, shall we say. It's one of the early things coming out. So we actually had it as a Mimikyu EX box. In Japan, it was a starter deck with Quaxley. But the important thing is, it was around the beginning of Scarlet and Violet. So now China's got this coming to essentially celebrate this, which is honestly kind of cool. Oh, and they've got another pin coming. Seriously, is there anyone out there that can help me figure out how to get these Chinese pins? Because I adore these Chinese pins. They are among the coolest Pokemon pins which are being released right now. And frankly, I'm a man that gets to commentate Pokemon tournaments. I'm aware how lucky I am that I get to do this. But it means that I need cool pins so that I can be rocking them on streams. Hopefully I'll get to do more streams in the future. And that means that I'll need new pins to rock. And I would kind of love it if we could be rocking these pins here. I don't think Mimikyu's the best one, just to be clear. I think they've got other cooler ones in the past. It's just that Mimikyu happens to be the most recent one that they're releasing here. So I'm going to tell you about it. And then while I'm telling you about it, I'm going to give you my usual spiel of, come on. If you want the one that was previous to that, there was a Curlier came around. Which obviously, with Gardevoir being just an absolute powerhouse deck right now, kind of feels like a lot of people would want to be rocking this Curlier pin. Not me so much. I'm not a Gardevoir player. I'm not saying I will never be a Gardevoir player, But I am saying that we got a couple people, I'm looking at you, Henry Chow, who are so good at playing Gardevoir at the moment that it kind of seems almost pointless for somebody like myself, who is not currently an expert at playing Gardevoir, to come and try and become a better Gardevoir player than the people who have literally won 3 regionals with it. Hey-ho. So this stuff is all going on. Frankly, what's going on at the Shibuya Card Lounge in Tokyo is amazing. And then we got this cool stuff coming in China, and I think it's going to keep coming, incidentally. Like, I know China are catching up, but I feel like even as we're catching up here, China are just going to keep releasing more and more and more just incredibly cool stuff. And I'm a little bit here for it, honestly. This seems kind of awesome. But I've talked about all this now, so now it's over to you guys. What do you think about all of this? Have you been to the Shibuya Card Lounge? Let me know if you have. What do you think about what they're doing there? Let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at Lawasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, and all kinds of fun things. And get shout-outs on the channel, like the lovely Uncle Pokepeter, who's been a supporter of ours for a while now and is a very lovely person, so shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.